spring is here, and you might already be thinking about what you want to do with landscaping or gardening, so we've called in an expert. Our friend Steve Foltz is the director of horticulture at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens, and we're going to talk about what we should be doing this spring, maybe what we shouldn't be doing yet, and when. Welcome, Steve. First of all, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Jen.
Well, and I'm glad you're coming in because it's that time of the year where I'm getting the green thumb, I'm getting itchy. I go past the Home Depot or Lowe's and I see all the beautiful garden centers, you know, and I see all the plants out and I want to start planting, and I know it's not time. I know it's not. But what should we be doing right now? I know there are a couple plants maybe we could do in containers, so
yeah,
what's the first thing we should be doing? First
thing I'd be doing is using this little rake here, and I'd be raking out all the old leaves.
Yeah.
Because last year we had a really late fall, and there's still a lot of leaves in the garden, so get your garden cleaned up, ready to go. Get your perennials cut back, get your grasses cut back, get everything ready, and then the next thing you can do is maybe plant a container full of pansies. It's really, really simple.
And it's really satisfying, because that will help people like me who really want to plant something, right? And these are an example of pansies. So I could put these out now. I could go into my favorite garden center and pick up something. And But don't put them in the ground yet? Put them in containers.
Put them in the ground.
You can? Okay.
And it's a lot easier, just those containers that you have by your porch.
Yeah.
Just put in a few containers. There's yellows, oranges, blues.
Yeah.
There's some really neat colors out there. So, and that's something, even if it gets down to like 15 degrees, these will be fine.
So even if we had another frost, which is entirely possible in Cincinnati, we never ruled that out, right, John Lomax, until after opening day. These are some that we could plant. All right, so we should be raking out, and then we can plant a few things. What else?
Well, and then perennials. It's not too, right now, there's a perennial called Lenten Rose blooming.
That's these, right?
That's these. So there's some beautiful flowers. They're almost evergreen, and then they're one of the first perennials to come out of the ground in the spring and bloom. And they come in a variety of colors. There's, you know, greens, yellows, reds, blues. Really pretty colors on that.
So those are things that I could go to my favorite garden center again, and like this, it's already bloomed. I can go ahead and plant it now?
Yep.
Wow.
And actually, now's a great time to buy. So you can see all the different colors of blooms, and you can pick which ones you like. And yeah, it's a great time to plant for that.
Now, what about ground covers? This is kind of considered a ground cover, right? The phlox?
Yeah, that's creeping phlox, and a lot of people use those along their walls, and you know, where they cascade over the edge of the wall. And you know, they come in pinks and blues and whites and reds, and you'll see them starting to bloom in about another 2 weeks.
Yeah, probably. I was going to say it's almost time to see those. We know when we're getting really to the time when those start to bloom. Now the zoo has a lot of exciting things going on. I think Zoo Bloom starts April 1st.
Yes, it does.
So have you been working on that, planting all the stuff?
It's an ongoing process. It's we're, you know, like I said, we're cleaning out our beds. We're planting our pansies. Of course, we always like to plant trees too. So it's always a good time to plant trees. So we've been getting ready, and you know, we've got daffodils coming up. They're blooming. Forsythias out there starting to bloom. So for us, Zoo Blooms is now really.
And sometimes it's a later year. Do you think like right around the first, when the official event starts, are we going to be seeing a lot of those flowers already blooming, or will it be kind of later into the season?
Actually, I think we're about right on time this year. Okay. So you know, we'll have a lot of our early things like magnolias will start to come into bloom, and cherries will be the first week of April. And about mid-April, hopefully our tulips will be in full bloom.
Okay. And you guys also offer classes at the Cincinnati Zoo, right, on different horticulture. What's coming up for you guys?
Well, this is kind of we just finished our landscape series. Okay. But now we're kind of so busy.
Right, okay.
we're ready to just plant. So it's a lot of fun. But we're having you know, our fundraiser April 16th. Twilight and the Tulips. So if anyone's interested in that, look it up on the website. It's going to be a really good time.
Okay, on the Cincinnati Zoo's website, you can find all that information there. Thank you so much, because I've been wondering, what can I get my hands on that I can plant, and what should I be doing? And now we know. Tara, over